tell me about your experience making um, Emmanuel's Song and the 13th Cross, and what are some of the biggest lessons that you learned?
Oh gosh. You sure you want me to air this out to the public?
You can. Available December 14th.
Joe was terrible. He beat us every day. No, my experience on both of those was awesome. And I really do mean that. They're both different in a lot of ways. Emmanuel's Song was very much, we were in school and it was our senior project. So we had more, I don't know if access is the right word, but like we had more resources as far as we weren't really left to our own devices. We had like that sense of security, like backup almost, like if something goes wrong, at least we have Professor, so-and-so, Lisenby, Dennis, or whoever, to help guide us through it. So it was a little more laid back in terms of that, and we had more time to plan through stuff, which was great. 13th Cross, on the other hand, was much more, I don't know if gung-ho is the right word, but it was a very guerrilla style, like a lot of it. If you've seen it, well, if you will watch it, it's going to be on December 12th, December 14th. So
December 14th.
December 14th. Yep. On Vudu.
And other places too. It's just you can pre-order it on Vudu.
And other recording. At any fine.
It should be on iTunes. It should be on Amazon. It should be everywhere.
Any fine
anywhere
video establishment renting. Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, if you watch it, you'll see, it's a lot more shaky cam, which honestly suits a lot of the scenes in it. Emmanuel's Song is much more of like a methodical interrogation piece. So it makes sense to be more, streamlined, like smooth camera movements. But at the same time, like we did want 13th Cross to look a little bit more polished than it does. Not saying it looks bad, because I'm the cinematographer, and of course I'm going to say it looks good. But there were moments where I was like, man, I wish we had a little more time, a little more leeway, like we did with Emmanuel's Song, where we could take our time and plan around shots.
We were literally, because Emmanuel's Song, we shot that in a week, I think. And I think the amount of pages we did per day, I want to say it was half. I calculated it before. It was, we did Emmanuel's Song. We had twice as much time per scene in Emmanuel's Song to make.
Yeah.
But I think it's been an interesting part of the process between like each of those, because there was stuff in Emmanuel's Song that we couldn't control. We had no money to pay actors, so the only cast that we were able to get were volunteers.
Were free
and
yeah.
And 13th Cross, we had a little bit of money, so we were able to pay everybody a little bit of money under the table, like minimum wage. I think we paid everybody like $90 a day.
Yeah, and gave them some snacks.
And we gave them some snacks. Yeah, I bought lunch for everybody on my credit card.
Yes, you did.
And so that was kind of like we were able to just up it just a little bit in that direction, but then we had to like hurry on everything else.
Yeah, because like time is literally money. Like
yeah, and we made the stupid decision of making a movie that had a lot of locations and also had special effects.
Yeah,
and had to have like fake guns and stuff like that.
Yeah,
thanks to Case Lindbergh for helping us out with that stuff.
Yeah. Seriously, thank you, Case.
Yeah. And so like, and we had a little bit more money, but not more money per minute. Quite a bit worse. So, interesting experience. I mean, Chicken Coop as something that's totally the opposite of that, basically. Like Chicken Coop, the scale of the movie almost should have been like what a Thirst movie should be.
Yeah. Oh, I know you and I both said that multiple times. Like the two Chicken Coop, 13th Cross should have been reversed order. Like, we should have done Chicken Coop first. It's pretty much all in one location, pretty much only three actors. Whereas 13th Cross is like, I don't even know how many locations, dozens, and blood, shooting, action.
Yeah. Well, so when you decide to brag about yourself with 13th Cross, like, what do you tell them that the making of the movie was like?
I mean, I don't, honestly, I just only say good things because that was my experience, was good things. I mean, I know right then I just compared it to Emmanuel's song and made it sound like it was this like bad, like rushed thing, but I don't think of it in that way at all. I mean, yes, we wanted to take our time with some things more, but that's not like the overall feeling I took away from it. The overall feeling was like, we made a movie. Like, there's other filmmakers in the world besides us, obviously, but not a lot of people in the general population can say, like, I've made a movie. You know, like, I get to say, like, we get to say that, like, we've actually made a movie. Sorry, dogs are barking. We got to make a movie. Like, we made a movie. Like, that's not, and it's not easy. It is, and you know that. I don't need to tell you that. When you're on your own, I mean, in school is one thing. Like, 'cause like I said, you have that backup. But to do it out of school and you're just on your own trying to navigate, you know, like, no one is there to hold your hand. You have to do everything yourself. Like, so
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, so anyways, yeah, I only tell people the good things. Like, you know, I'm a filmmaker. I've made a movie, and of course, in my mind, I belittle myself and, like, you know, I'm like, oh, it's not, you know, I haven't made it that big yet or whatever. But like, I get lifted up by people a lot because I say that to random people, like, I made a movie, and the look on people's faces, like,
you just pull people to the side or you're walking down the
hey, I made a movie. You know who I am. But yeah, no, when people ask me, you know, like, hey, what do you do? And like, besides my day job, I'm like, yeah, I'm a filmmaker. And they're like, oh, have you made anything that I've seen? And I'm like, no, but I have got a movie made, and it'll be available to stream, like, online, you know. And people, like, the reactions I get from just random people are like, whoa, really? Like, what's it called? Where can I watch it? When can I? And it always surprises me because in my mind I kind of diminish it, like, you know, like, it's cool, but it's not like we're making Saving Private Ryan or anything yet. But yet the reaction I get,
Saving Private Ryan too.
Yeah, the reaction I get from people though is like we're making that. Like, it's a cool. I don't know. It makes me feel. It reaffirms my feelings about what I'm doing with my life, I guess, because to see the reactions that people give me. Not that I'm only being a filmmaker and making films to have affirmations from people. Like, I'm doing it because it's obviously my dream. I've been doing it since I was 6 years old. But it is nice to have that sort of, you know, response. Like, oh, you made a movie? Like, so that makes it worth it, kind of. Like,